Now, if you are a beginner or you just started real estate or you want to go into real estate business, you definitely need to watch this live section or be part of this live session till the very end, because what I'm about to share with you is so powerful that it is literally going to change your life and your real estate career. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be discussing how you can start creating video content that sells. A lot of real estate agents, especially new ones, they are still skeptical. They don't even know how to start creating videos. They don't even know the kind of videos they should start making that is actually going to attract clients to them. That is what I'm going to be addressing in today's live session. Also, for most of us or most of the realtors, if you're in the category that you feel stuck, you feel like you have been posting, you have been visible, but you're not getting clients yet, nobody is reaching out to you, then you also need to watch this live session till the end, because I'm going to be discussing what you are doing wrong as a real estate agent or as a realtor who is trying to leverage video content to sell real estate. So you definitely need to pay attention to this video. If you have anything distracting you, if you're at your workplace, all you can do is to plug in AirPod or earpiece so that you can focus your attention to this live session today, because visibility is very, very important when it comes to real estate business. And one way for you to go visible is through video content. And that is why I am going to be discussing this extensively in today's live session. But before we dive right in, I want to be sure that you can see me clearly. If you can see me, type 1 in the comment section. And if you can hear me, type 2 in the comment section as well. So before we dive right in, let's take this affirmation, words of affirmation. You know, that like the saying goes, your word, that is your word of mouth, is your word. So with what you profess with your mouth, that is the reality you are going to be facing. And that is why I want us to carry out this affirmation so that you can pronounce yourself as a powerful realtor, and that is how you become a powerful realtor. So you have to repeat after me. All right. Today, I affirm that I am a powerful realtor. I focus my energy on what I am good at. I breathe in confidence and breathe out doubt. I attract people who help me meet my goals. My business is constantly growing. I am a natural leader. All challenges lead to growth. I make a lot of money and I help a lot of people. I attract money through love and joy. I enjoy multiple streams of income. Every money I spend, I will get back multiplied. I can turn my expertise into income. I am grateful for the wealth I create. My business is overflowing with opportunities. Every day, I am building a successful business. I sell hundreds of properties. I close pending deals. And I invest in myself and business every day. My work makes me feel stronger and happier every single day. I am capable of running my business. I am the CEO of the best enterprises in the world. I close deals back to back to back. I am rewarded as the best selling realtor. This is the reality I walk in today. Now, if you have followed through the the whole affirmation, I need you to appreciate yourself right now. Appreciate yourself in the comment section. All right. So we did this affirmation so that you remind yourself of who you are and what you are going to achieve. So using affirmation is one way you speak what you want into reality. And that is why I took that affirmation. So, like I said, today we are diving to discuss something very powerful: how to start creative video content that will help you attract clients as a realtor, even if you are shy, even if you are just starting out. All right. I am saying this because I was once in that category. So, at the end of this live section, you should be able to know how to create video content that attract clients, and you should be able to you know um, know the right ways you can start creating your content that will help you to attract clients and not just people that are viewing. All right. So in 2021 I started out real estate around September 2021, but started fully in October 2021. And by January 2022, I made my first sale as a realtor. I made my first sale as of January 2022. So between October, November, and December, all I was doing then was that I was shooting video. I was trying to start creating videos, right? But I was never posting them. Again, I was also trying to learn how to start shooting videos because I know that it was the only way that would get me out of the position I was. So if you are a realtor, especially somebody that don't have any rich uncle or rich aunt out there that will buy properties from you, you need to leverage the online space. And the fastest way you can build your online space, build the right audience in the online space is through videos. So videos are very powerful. So by the first week of January or towards the end of December, I started creating video content. And by the second week of January, I was able to sell my first property as a real estate agent. So that is to tell you how powerful video content works. So in this current age, using videos is one of the ways to stay visible. And especially in the real estate industry. In the real estate industry, real estate is a high ticket product, which means buy people don't just buy the product, but they first of all buy the person that is marketing the product, which means that people have to trust you first before they can hand you over their millions to buy properties. So one way you can build that trust faster is using video content. And that is why it is very important. All right. So why do you need video content? Why do you need video content? So 90% of people who buy real estate or who will buy property from you may not be the people that you know. They are going to be strangers. They are absolute what? Strangers. And the only way they can get to know you, like you, and trust you to make money, trust you to buy from you is 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 through your videos. Because through your videos, they are going to see you, hear you talk, hear your knowledge, and then decide to work with you. All right. So so let me use this as an example. Before somebody reaches out to you as a real estate agent, what happens is that if you're already in the industry, what happens is that they must have gone through your page. watch couple of your videos and then they feel like they know you, or they see that you're a trustworthy person. And what else? That is when they will now message you. So it is through the videos that you put out that will help people to either message you or stay away from you. So the videos are very, very important. So, and again, if you're not doing it consistently, if you're not doing it consistently, they may not reach out to you. So with videos, you don't only need to to be creating videos, but you need to stay consistent. So I'm going to be telling you why you need video content. Like I said, first is because it is the fastest way you can build trust with strangers. And I've told you that 90% of people that is going to buy property from you are going to be total strangers. And how do you get strangers to even know you? It's through the videos you put out there. All right. Number two is that number two is that with videos, people begin to understand your personality. People begin to understand your personality. Just for instance, as you're watching me right now, you can really you can hear my voice, you can see me, and maybe probably you may even like how I look, right? And that is what happens with videos. You can't really communicate that with a text, right? You can, put a write up, but with your videos, if someone can easily predict you and want to do business with you. So the first way you can show your personality is through your videos. Remember, I said before people reach out to you, they must have gone through your content and see that you're a trustworthy person from the kind of videos you put out, oh, and then they will now decide to reach out to you. All right. So again, why video content is powerful is that it is the fastest way you can build trust, especially in an industry like real estate. Real estate is a business of people, which means people need to trust you first before they do business with you. And if you're not a person of trust, they can't know whether you're a person of trust if you don't put yourself out there. So video is very, very what? Powerful. So like I said, also the fifth one I'll say is that it helps you to stand out. I mean, there are thousands of realtors out there. There are a lot of realtors in the city you're operating from. But what will make you stand out is through your videos, all right, and showcasing your personality. Like my boss will always say, your personality is your greatest advantage. Advantage. Your personality is your greatest advantage. And how can you showcase your personality? It is only through your video content. So in making videos, people see how you talk, people hear your tune, all right? They listen to how you explain things, and they also listen to your reasoning, all right? And that is why somebody may watch your videos and reach out to you, say, oh, I like how you used to explain things, you make things clear. All right. So that alone is already an advantage because that is your personality. Somebody have reached out to me and said he likes how I smile when I talk. And you can't really explain that because it is my personality. And that alone will stand me out from every other realtor. So one way you can showcase your personality, which will help you stand out in cities where we have thousands of realtors these days, you need videos. Videos is the only way you can be able to do that. And when you know you have cracked the code of videos, is when somebody will reach out to you and tell you something like, oh, I've been watching a couple of your videos, and right now I'm ready to make a decision, a buying decision. Should I buy this property or this property? Right? At that point, just know that you have gone beyond convincing people. Because why a lot of realtors feel stuck is because they spend more time in convincing clients instead of putting out videos that is going to help the client make buying decision, or explain things in clear ways that will make the client to have less questions to ask them. So video also builds memory and what? Connection. It builds memory and connection. With your videos, somebody videos I created like 4 years ago, people are still watching it and messaging me as at today. So imagine it was a flyer. Flyer fades out. Imagine that it is a flyer that you gave somebody along the roadside. What happens? What happens is that they may throw the flyer away, they will not even know where they dump it, and it will just keep out of their memory. But with videos, they it creates lasting memory and connection. Like I already explained to you that with videos you can connect with somebody. Oh, like I said, with videos, it reveals how you talk, your tone. It also reveals your reasoning, your thoughts, and your explanation when it comes to different things. Now, people can connect with you based on how you talk, based on how you sound, and also based on how you reason. It is only with videos that can help people connect with you faster. All right. So, these are reasons why you need videos. See, as a real estate agent, as a realtor, you need videos. You need videos. No matter how good you are with writing, or you are very good with writing, but you need videos if you want to build trust faster with people, or even if you want to start making money immediately, you actually need videos. All right. So videos is that sure way right now. I mean, for you can literally see it in the internet today. You will see scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, you will see people that may be crying. Oh, my husband just finished beating me and all of that. People easily connect with them and start sending help immediately to rescue this woman. She's in danger. All right. But if it was through a write-up, nobody will really connect with her like that or connect with them. So videos are powerful. But here are the real challenges why people don't want to start making videos yet. I know the reasons I gave myself in 3 months when I started real estate. I told myself, oh, I'm not yet confident. Oh, I don't like how I look in the camera. Oh, I don't like to hear my voice. So these are the reasons I gave myself. They are very valid. They are very valid, but to make you money in return. So 3 months I kept shutting myself out from posting videos. But by the time I started posting videos, it's as if people were waiting for me to start posting videos, and they started reaching out to me. So the first reason why you that is watching me now have not started posting videos is that you are saying to yourself, I need to become more confident before I start. See, me that is sitting down here and talking to you with this confidence, I was not this confident when I started. So for you to start creating videos, you don't need confidence to start. You just need to start. All right? You can't build confidence unless you start. You can't build confidence unless you start. It is until you start practicing how to talk to your camera over time that you become confident. Before, I don't even like to hear my voice. I don't like to hear my voice. I don't even like to see myself on a camera. You understand? So these are the things. It's known as imposter syndrome. They will hold you down and will make you not to move forward. So you don't need confidence to start. You just need to start and start practicing. And over time, you become confident. Another thing that the lies we tell ourselves why we should not start making videos, yes, is that you start comparing yourself to somebody who have started making videos 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even 2 years ago. You can't compare yourself to me that have made like over 900 videos in the last 4 years. Do you understand? So you don't need to start comparing yourself to people who have built their confidence over time. And one thing you should know is that people actually built their confidence over time. They built their confidence over time. Most people, in fact, public speaking or speaking to the camera did not fall out of the blues for most people. They had to learn it. I had to learn it, so you have to learn it. And it is from there that you can start building your confidence. Like I said, once you start practicing to make videos, let's take for instance, if you start shooting videos today, if you start practicing that for the next 30 days, I just have to put a camera on my face and talk for like 5 minutes or for like 30 seconds. Let me tell you what is going to happen. If you keep doing it, before the 30th day, you you start getting comfortable. You start becoming confident with the way you talk and with the way you sound. So you don't need more confidence to start. You just need to start. The second reason why you have not started creating content is that you tell yourself that you don't look good on the camera. Oh, I don't look good on the camera. Sometimes you may not, sometimes you may not say it, but it shows. I've seen a lot of realtors who want to start real estate after they have gone through the process of learning how to start creating videos. What used to happen is that they will just go blank. They will not start creating videos. And when you ask the person, say, the person will try to make excuses. But the real problem is that they don't like the way they look on camera. See, starting out to make videos, let me tell you things that will happen to you. First, like I said, you will not like how you look on the camera. Second thing, that is for some people. Oh, second thing is that you may not like how you sound. I will even use the first time that they gave you microphone to speak, maybe in your church or in any gathering. One thing you will notice is that by the time you put that microphone in your mouth and hear your voice, you'll be feeling weird. It will be feeling weird. It will be like, this is not my voice, because you have never spoken on the microphone before. And that is how it's going to be with you on the video, on the camera. Once you start making videos, you may not like how you sound. That time, if you walk into the place I'm making video, I off my camera immediately because I don't like how I sounded. All right. But those things are not to make no, those things are not to keep you down. They are to they are part of the things that you are out of. All right. And they're not going to happen. Miracles will not take it away. You just have to practice it. And right. So at this time, you need to ask yourself, if I don't show my face on the camera, how then do I get out from this position? Some people will even say, oh, Jacinta, I only have one shirt. If you see my past videos, there's this blue gown that's suffered in my hand. That gown is suffered in my hand because I understood something, that if I don't show up like this, how then do people reach out to me and buy from me so that I will get the money that will take me out of this situation? So that is why I said you don't need to be perfect before you start. If you want to be perfect, you may wait forever and nothing will change. Keep depending on people for money. You keep depending on people for things in your life. Meanwhile, when you're supposed to show up regardless the way you are, you didn't show up because you feel that things are supposed to be perfect. Let me tell you, if you watch most successful people today, they usually have like track record. Go and look at how they look like at their early stages. You see that most of them started very bad. They don't even know how to speak. They don't even know how to look at the camera. Before me, if I'm making a video, I'll be looking at the ceiling because I cannot even look directly on the camera. All right. So you don't need to feel all good before you start. Sometimes when I started, I didn't like how I look on the camera. Once I look at my forehead, I'll say, my forehead is big, oh, my nose is big. Those things are imposter syndrome, and they're going to keep you stuck if you keep overthinking it. So do not overthink anything. Just start doing it. And over time, you become better and become more confident. Three reasons why you feel you should not start creating videos yet. You feel that people will start judging you. My dear, people are busy thinking about their own problem. So nobody's going to focus on judging you. And if you think there are some people are going to judge you, whether your friends, your close relative, I would say you should use what? Use the block button. Use what? The block button to keep them away until you become confident and better on the camera. You can now unblock them so that they get to see you. All right, because I feel that that's one of the things that keep people stuck. Oh, I don't want people to judge me. Ah, this person will laugh at me. If it's a girl will be like, oh, my boyfriend will laugh at me and all of that. See, people are busy with their own problem. And again, why you don't even want to put yourself out there? Because you don't want to show the vulnerable part of you. You don't want to show people that you are not sounding very smart right now. And it is okay. See, people are even going to reach out to you later because they know when you were not even sounding smart till you grow to a smart person. One of the deals I closed last year was from a man that said, ah, Jacinta, I've really grown. Oh. You've really grown. I remembered when you used to look at on the ceiling when you are making your videos. I remember when you used to be very strict with making your videos, or how you used to look when you were making your videos then. And this was like 2022 when I started creating videos. And this person bought when? 2025. So so how will you be able to keep those kind of people if you are not ready to show your vulnerable part, if you are not ready to show when you are starting out? So it is it is okay, it is okay to feel that way, but it's not okay for you to remain there. All right, see, undergoing through all of this is part of the growth process. It's part of you growing. It is a process. It is a process, and you cannot jump the process to start making money when you have not passed through the process. All right. So these are reasons I feel that people tell themselves, these are lies that people tell themselves not to start creating videos. So with this being said, I believe from these things I've mentioned right now, you will need to start creating videos today. All right. You need to understand that it is part. Not liking how you are looking is part of it. Not liking how you sound is part of it. Not liking how you talk is part of it. But the goal is not to stop, but to stay consistent, practice it often and often. And over time, you become better and you become more confident. Now, the next question you may be asking is, how what kind of content should I start creating? What kind of content will I be creating now as a real estate agent or as a beginner? Please, if you can still hear me, type one in the comment section. Please help me check if um, any of them typed. If you can still hear me clearly, type one in the comment section. And if you can see me clearly, type two in the comment section. Nena Okoye, good morning. It's not showing. Okay, okay. All right. So good to have you, Nena. Good to have you, others. All right. Remember to drop your questions if you have any question at the end of this video. All right. Remember, we're talking about how to start creating video content that sells. So we're moving to the second phase of this training, where I'll be talking about types of content that you should start creating that will help you attract clients to you. So content The first type of content you need to start creating is educational content. Is what? Educational content. So this is where you get to educate your audience. Before now, I've discussed with you how you can how to choose your target audience. All right. So you need to this is where you start educating your audience. You teach them things they don't know about real estate. Right? You teach them things they don't know about real estate. You also teach them things. You also answer their questions. All right. So you do that in what? In educational, using your educational content. So with educational content, you are just going to be sharing value. Now, what is value? Value is what is useful to your audience and not to yourself. So you are not making videos that is to, that is supposed to serve you, but you are making videos that are supposed to serve the audience that will in turn reach out to you. So you need to start creating educational videos. This is where you educate your audience. You educate them on how on how land administration work in your city. You educate them on the things they should check out for when they want to invest in real estate. You can also educate them on things they don't know about real estate, all right? How to verify land documents in the city you are operating from, how to conduct site inspection as how to conduct site inspection, what to look out for when you go to see a property that you want to buy. These are what? Educational videos. Now, what educational video does is that it shows that number one, that you are knowledgeable. All right. Remember that the industry we are in is a high ticket industry, which means you're going to be dealing with smart people that before they invest with you, they have to know that you are knowledgeable. And one way you can show that you are knowledgeable is through the video content that you put out. It's through the educational content that you put out. So with educational content, it shows that you are knowledgeable. It also shows it also shows that you're a person of authority. Yes, it shows that you're a person of authority. And then it also helps you to build trust faster. Yeah, because as you are educating them, you are reducing the bias in your audience on how you can avoid being scammed, how to buy land without being scammed from abroad. You know, those kind of content. What he's doing is that he's reducing the fear that the clients have, and they begin to trust you or connect with you. All right. So they now see you as a person of knowledge, see you as a person of authority, and see you as a person that they can trust. All right. So that is what your educational content is going to do. And this is the trick you are going to use when you want to create your educational content. The trick is not to sound smart. The trick is not to sound smart, but make it as simple as possible that your audience can assimilate, your audience can understand. I see a lot of realtors when they want to create educational content, they will start speaking big, big grammar. You know, they'll start using vocabularies like, I don't even know which example will I use right now. They'll say things like, smart investors, I don't know, where dream meets reality. A lot of, they use a lot of jargons just to sound smart. See, they don't even care. They just want to be able to understand you. And that is one of the reasons why you are not selling. Yes, you may be like, somebody told me that she has been putting out a lot of content, oh, but people are not reaching out to her. And when I went to her page, I saw that she was doing more of ChatGPT. She will she's basically reading out what she saw, and she's trying to sound smart, trying to use a lot of English, to show that I think it's in real estate that I see this thing a lot. People like to speak grammar a lot. They feel that the clients need to see that You sound smart so that they can be able to reach out to you. But it's even in using the jargons that you're even telling them to stay away. But if you are talking like I'm talking to you right now, you're explaining to somebody. So let me even use this for instance. I want to tell you process that you can buy land. I'll tell you the first thing you need to do is to know how much land you want to buy. First thing you need to do is to know the city where you want to buy this land. In the city, what in the city, what kind of land do you want to buy? You need to find out what kind of land you want to buy. Next thing is how much do you want to spend in buying this land? You know, I'm I'm explaining it in such a way that somebody is understanding it. All right. The goal is not to impress your audience. You're not impressing anybody. You're just trying to hide your incompetence and lack of confidence. So if every time you want to make a video, you are trying to sound smart, you are trying to impress. They said when two bottles of water meet together, something explode. And that is what you are going to be seeing. Why? Why? Why don't you just go straight to the point? Make it as simple as possible that somebody can comprehend and understand what you're saying. So the goal of or the major goal when you are creating your content is to be sure that the people that you're making this content for is understanding your content and not to impress them. All right. That is, don't do a lot of gang gang. Don't just do something simple and clear to your audience. All right. And that is what you're going to be doing when you are creating um educational content. You can, like I said, educational content is very important. In fact, it will stand you out faster than every other kind of content. People want to know that they are dealing with somebody that is knowledgeable. They are dealing with an expert. And one way that you're going to show that you're an expert is through your educational content. All right. So always sit down and draft out educational content that you can create. So educational content around real estate, what they don't know about real estate, how to invest in real estate, how to verify properties before they buy, best locations to buy. Those kind of things are what educational content. You're educating your audience, and people trust who teaches them faster. People trust people trust people who teaches them. And what happens is that at the end of the day, because this person spent a lot of time teaching them, they feel indebted to the person and they want to work with the person. So, teaching your audience will help you build trust faster. We also show that you're an expert. We also show that you're an authority. And in return, they will feel indebted to you because you are doing what other people are not doing. When other people are shouting, come and buy, you are busy educating your audience. And at the end of the day, they are they are reaching out to you because they feel indebted to you. Like I said, people like people people like the thing that teaches them, not the other way around. All right. So you need to the first type of content that you need to start creating as a real estate agent is educational content. The second one is lifestyle kind of content. Lifestyle kind of content um, is the content that showcases your personality, who you are, what your day-to-day activities looks like, your behind the scenes. So those times you're going for site inspections, those times that you attend trainings like this, you are showcasing what your life looks like, because you are first a person before becoming what, a realtor. And people like to buy from people, so they want to see that you're a human being too. You attend weddings, you attend burials, you attend other things, you you cook. Yeah, you cook. You do other things, all right? You need to showcase your lifestyle. And that is what is called lifestyle content. So lifestyle content, what it does is that it helps you to stand out. Yes. They may even notify you as this person. So they will say, is it not that realtor that normally cook? Or is it not that realtor that does this? So that is what your lifestyle content. It also shows transparency. It shows that you're a transparent person, and transparent person is a trustworthy person. So when you showcase what your day looks like, they feel that they know you and that you are transparent and they can do business with you, right? So which you can also do videos like um you can also do videos of allocations, right? When you take clients for allocations, you showcase them. When you attend trainings, you do that. When you attend events, showcase. That is what lifestyle content. You can also do this kind of content where you showcase what life in your city, what happens in your city. Like I used to see people that will showcase Saturday mornings in Enugu, where they are showing those people that are jogging at Okpara Square. That is what lifestyle content. Where to eat in your city, the best restaurant in your city. Those things are what lifestyle content. Like I said, you are first a human being before being a realtor. So that kind of content will also show that you are transparent and will also help you. It also stand you out. So the third kind of content you can start doing is testimonial content. This is where you show people results and outcome. All right. This is where you show site inspection behind the scenes. So when you take clients for inspection, you make a video. You say, "Oh, we brought people for inspection today or so estate." So that alone is showing that people are actually buying from you, and you know the law. He that has, it shows that you have people that are also reaching out to you, and more people will want to what reach out to you and come for site inspection. And the Bible already said it, that he that has what more will be given to you, but the person that does not have, even the little that he has will be what be taken away from him. So how will you now show people that you have? Is through showcasing your site inspections. For you that may be starting out, you be like, "Oh, I don't have clients yet." You can join people that have clients and go for site inspection. And that is why it's important that you align yourself with a real estate company, that you can always reach out to them, join them in their site inspection, and then go there and make videos. All right. And you are not lying, actually. You can just say, "Oh, today we brought our clients for inspection." Our what? Client. Are you lying? No. So you just showcase that people are also working with you. See, nobody wants to be the first person to work with you. Nobody wants to be the first person to work with you. So they want to see that 10 other people have already bought from you, and they want to be like the 11th person. So the only way you can showcase it through through showcasing that people are working with you. So as a beginner, if nobody is working with you yet, make it look like people are working with you. And that is not like faking it until you make it. You are actually in it. All right. So liaise with other top real estate agents in your city, so that when them too have site inspection with their clients, you can beg and attach with them and make videos and show for it. All right. Also, showcase successful land transactions. This is where you showcase. This is where you showcase when people go for. This is where you showcase when people come for allocation. Welcome. This is where you showcase where after selling land and you take people for allocation to see their plot on ground. So that is another massive video content for you that converts faster than any kind of property sale you are going to be marketing. See, a video where you are showcasing where a client is seeing his plot, or a client is already building on his plot of land that you sold to him, it will sell faster than you shouting that this land is for sale. Do you understand? So as a beginner, you may not really have a client yet. You may not even have sold to anybody. But what you can do is attach yourself with some real estate companies so that at the time they are doing physical allocation of clients in their estate, you can tag along and make videos. And you just simply say things like, oh, today the people that we sold plots to in this particular estate are here to see their plots on ground. Our clients who bought into this place. All right. You're not saying my client, is what? Our client. And that way, people will see that people are actually buying from you. All right. That people are actually buying from you and they want to do business with you. Then in testimonial kind of videos, I've also learned that in testimonial videos, you don't even wait to showcase it. You can simply talk about it, right? So when you close a transaction, you can on your camera and talk about it. So today I just helped a client acquire a plot of land right here in so place, and then this is how it went. He reached out to me from so country. You can just say he reached out to me from abroad, and from there he sent his brother to come for site inspection. After seeing the place, they went to verify the land, and afterwards they paid for the land. You see that you have narrated that somebody actually worked with you, right? So with testimonial videos, you don't even really need to show it, because again, sometimes some clients will not even allow you to make video of them. They'll not even allow you to showcase their face. So you need to start talking about your results. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to start talking about your results. When you start talking about them, it will attract more to you. But when you're not talking about them, nobody knows that people are working with you. And like I said, he that has what, more will be given to you. But you that don't have, he that doesn't have, even the little, even the one client they are trying to talk to, will leave you and go and buy from somebody that is showing every day that he's going for site inspection and he's helping people to close deal. All right. So social proof is very, very important. See, anytime or any day, proof beats persuasion. Proof showing that people are working with you beats persuasion. So when you are showing that people are working with you, what happens is that by the time that it will reduce fear that clients are having around you, or your prospects or your audience are having around you, to reduce the fear. They will start seeing you as somebody that they can trust to work with. All right. So they start seeing you as somebody that they can trust to work with. And by the time they are reaching out to you, they are reaching out to you based on they are ready to start buying, or based on they want to start taking, or they want to start making buying decision. So testimonial videos is one of the content pillars you should start creating as a realtor, or especially as a beginner. Then the last kind of video, or the last kind of video content you need to start creating is property videos. I mean, after you have educated them, after you have showed your lifestyle, after you have shown that people are working with you, you also need to provide them with opportunities that they can take advantage of, right? You need to show them that you have properties for sale. If not, after doing all of those kind of content, and you don't have any property to sell, they'll leave you to go and to buy from somebody that presented the property. So at this point, you are showcasing a property, you invite them to come and buy the property that you're selling. So these are the four kinds of content you need to start creating right now, especially as a beginner. Now we are done with the we are done with the second phase of this live section. Then next thing, which is the most important thing, is in the presentation of your videos. How then do you need to start making your videos so that you can stand out? Or how then will you start communicating your videos so that people will watch it and reach out to you? So there are simple framework that is going to help you to start making great video content. And that framework includes number one, hook. Every video comes with what? A hook. What is hook? Hook is something that you say to grab people's attention, right? Hook is something that you say that to grab people's attention. And statistics have shown that average human being have just 3% of attention span, which means that it is very, very small. People's attention span is very, very small. You can even use yourself as example. When you are scrolling on the social media, if something is not catchy enough, you swipe, right? So imagine that your video is not catching people's attention. What they will do is that they will swipe on your video and go to watch something that is interesting. So your video needs to have a hook. So a video content is going to be comprising these three frameworks I'm going to be sharing. The first one is hook. The second one is the story of value that you want to share in the video. And the final one is the CTA, which is call to action. So with the hook, you say something that is going to grab the person's what? Attention. And that is why, example, I would say 5 things, 5 reasons you will lose your money this year when you are trying to buy land if you don't pay attention, if you don't watch this video right now, right? Somebody will start trying to, oh, why will I lose my money? What are the 5 things that will make me lose my money when I'm trying to buy land this year? All right. So there are different kind of hook too. All right. That one is like a fear-based kind of hook. Sometimes you call out, the hook can be calling out the audience you want to speak to, calling them out. Are you a Nigerian based in diaspora, or are you a or are you a Gen Z that has up to so amount in your account? They are looking for what to do with it, right? Those things are what? Hook. Something that is what? That is going to grab what? Their attention. So once you grab their attention, the next thing is what? Is to share the value, which is the second framework, story of value. This is where you give the value that is meant for them or that you want to share in that particular video. So don't do clickbait. Clickbait is where you will say a different thing to attract the audience. You say a different thing to hook the person. And in your story of value, you are not saying different things altogether. They will just click out, right? It is called clickbait. It also happens on YouTube too. If your thumbnail is different from what the video that you created, it's a click, somebody they will click out, and is going to affect the algorithm too. It's also going to affect the people that is going to watch the video. So it also happens when you are creating your video. If I say, for instance, 5 reasons why you should never buy a land that has C of O, and in my body that I'm supposed to start saying things like number one, stay C of O that I start listing them out. Instead of me to start doing it and then I can deviate to start telling on another story entirely. The person is that thing is clickbait, and the person will just click out of your video immediately. So ensure that your story matches to your hook, right? Don't click, don't do clickbait. Don't say something that is quite different from from what your content is all about. Then number 3 is that you need to do what? Do call to action. Don't expect, don't assume that people know what to do. Tell them what to do. So at the end of your video, you can simply tell them, reach if you want more guidance, reach out to me on the number showing on your screen, or subscribe. Just tell them what to do. If you don't tell them, they won't do it. And that is why even people that have millions of subscribers, they will still tell you, subscribe what to my channel. And what sometimes what happens is that subconsciously it will make the person that is watching the video, oh, this person have actually shared value, let me subscribe. That is one way to support the person, right? So even people that have million followers will still tell you, follow me. That is what? Call to action. They don't assume that they are too good for people to just follow them like that. So you need to do what? call to action. So in scripting your video or in creating your content, your video is supposed to have these three frameworks I've just mentioned. It's supposed to have a hook, something that is going to grab their attention. Then it's supposed to have the content or the story. All right. Even story, your story is supposed to have a hook, right? You can set some. I just he almost lost his 20 million naira in this land business, and somebody is already curious. How did that what happened? And you now go into the story proper. So your story or your video should have what? Hook, it should have value, and it should what? Have call to action. Please, if you are still following, type I'm following in the comment section. And then if you have questions as we go, drop it at the comment section. And for you here, please let me know at the end of this training. Now, the next thing is, how then do I start shooting my videos? So, you know that we've discussed why videos are important. We've discussed the kind of videos we should start creating. Now, we've discussed what your videos should contain when you want to create a video content, right? What is now the next step you need to start doing? The next thing now you need to do is to sit down and for a month you can decide what your consistency looks like. If you want to be creating, if you want to be dropping 1 videos per week, or you want to be dropping 3 videos per week, what you need to do is to sit down, outline the number of video content you want to create for that month. All right, sit down, write out the number of educational content, the kind of lifestyle videos, right, the number of property videos, and the number of what? Testimonial videos. But your educational videos should be 60%, and the rest should be like 10, 20, and another 10. All right, but more is what? Your educational content, because that's the one that will help you build trust faster. The next thing is it okay for you to script your video content before shooting, or just use bullet points? All right. So from my journey in creating content as a real estate agent, one thing I would say about these two things is that in scripting your video, most times you are trying to follow the scripts, and most time you may not be sounding so natural, and it will show in your video. But when you have bullet points, right, when you have bullet points, you just look at the bullet point and explain what you want to talk about, and that one flows naturally, and people understand the ones that flow naturally than the one that is sounding like you are reading from somewhere. Do you understand? And that is why before you start shooting your video, you need to understand what you want to talk about. Because if you don't understand it, if you don't understand it, you may be sounding like AI. And people these days used to identify when you are sounding like AI or ChatGPT. So using bullet points and speaking around the bullet points that you have will make you sound more natural, and people will believe you faster than when you are reading out from a script, right? So this is my take. So when you outline the videos you want to shoot in a month, what you can do is, for every video, for every video content you want to create, understand it first and then use bullet points to write it out. For instance, if I want to talk about 3 things you need to consider before buying any estate land, I'll say first the location. I'll put it as bullet point location. Second, the title, that is the estate document. Then third, maybe the price. All right, so that will be my bullet point. Then when I'm now saying it, I'm now explaining points around that bullet point. Let me say number one, the location. I'll start explaining things around the location. But if I list it, if I scripted it, I'll be struggling to read it. And at the end of the day, I will not be sounding natural. So that is a faster way you can start scripting your videos and then start shooting videos faster than waiting to read as a script. Now, the truth is that Your first videos, your first few videos, you won't like it. You won't even like the way your voice sounds. All right? You will not even like the way you look. You may not like it at all. But just know that it is okay, because that is how you get to grow, and it is part of the growth process. All right. So when you want to start, when you start creating your videos, don't feel weird about it. Just allow yourself to grow in it. And over time, once you are practicing and practicing it, you get better at it. So how then do you start making videos? Before I go into that one, how then do you start making videos? The tools that you need to start making your videos is, number one, your phone. You don't necessarily need a camera, because if you're telling yourself you need a camera, it's just like telling yourself that you are not ready to start creating videos yet. So you can start with your videos. The next thing is that you need to be in a well lit environment. All right. Even if you don't have light yet, you can use a clear background that has well lighting. That is, maybe you can use a window. Place your phone on a window where it has natural lighting. Let it be bright enough, and you can start making your videos then. Then number three is that in creating your videos, look on your camera lens, and not look at the lens, not on your camera. So if you are making video with your phone, this is where you're supposed to be looking at. Or if it is an iPhone, you will see the lens. This lens, that's where you're supposed to be looking at, and not just looking on your. Now, there's always a temptation of admiring yourself, or you want to look at how you look when making your videos. And what happens is that it will not feel like you are looking away. You are not looking at the person. But when you are looking at your camera lens when talking, just like I'm doing right now, if you are watching this live session, you feel like I am looking at you. This is because my eyes is focused on the camera lens. But if I am looking away, or just looking on the camera, it will be it will look as if I'm looking away. All right, and people will not get to connect with you that way. So when you are making your videos, please ensure that you're looking on your camera lens, and not just on your screen. And then again, be audible. Be audible when you're making your video. Naturally, when you are talking to somebody, you are you are comfortable. In fact, I used to notice it when I'm making a voiceover on my video. If I'm making a voiceover on my video, if I finish playing the video, if I finish recording the voiceover and playing, it will be sounding a bit down. It will be sounding down. But when I now intentionally stand up or sit up and raise my voice, it will not be sounding better. Do you understand? So when you're making your videos, try to be audible. Naturally, our voice is down. If I'm relaxed and I'm talking, so today I'm telling you about video content, so it will be sounding so down. But if I intentionally sit up and increase my voice, it will also increase your energy. And energy is what? Money too. Ryan Serhant will say energy is money, because it is in the energy you use in communicating in your videos, that is the energy people want to use to reach, to send you a message. So I've gotten calls sometimes where people say, oh, people will start with what I said in the video. Welcome to Centenary City. Somebody literally told me that. Welcome to Centenary City. This is because of the energy I use in presenting it. So when you are talking, it is good to talk clear. As you're trying to be clear, try what? To be audible as well. And if your voice is so down, just buy a mic. Get a mic. And that's why you see so many content creators these days, they attach a mic just to amplify their voice. And when you are audible, people want to hear you. Do you know that even if this video go blank, but people are hearing me, they may still be listening to me? And sometimes these days, people watch videos without even, people listen to videos without even watching it. Sometimes if I'm driving, I'm listening to something on YouTube. I'm not necessarily watching the person, but I'm hearing what the person is saying, right? That is why you need to watch, to be audible. Then keep your background simple. Please, when you're making, just use a plain background. It can be plain white, plain black. It should just be plain. Don't miss a lot of things at your background. Don't go and hang clothes at your background when you want to make videos. Make it simple. And if you are shooting on a site, please do not necessarily, you don't have to necessarily face the bush. If you are marketing a land, don't face the bush. Stand where there is a little development on it, maybe it is cleared, or on a road majorly, so that your background will also speak to your audience. All right. So if where you are standing, you are just basically showing bush, the person will just assume that where you are telling him to come and buy is literally bush, nothing is happening around it. And your background speaks faster, because that is the only thing they are seeing on the video. They are just seeing you and your background. All right. So that is why you have to keep your background very, very simple. All right. So now, when it comes to, so when you have noted all of this and you start shooting, we've talked about how you can start creating videos, right? You need a phone, you need a well lighted area, you need to look at the camera. Now, when you are now creating your videos and you are making mistakes, you don't really need to, what you can do is that you can break your points in bits. If it is a long form kind of video, you can break it in bits. You can you can, if you are talking about if you are starting and you want to talk about three things you need to look out for in a location before you buy. Number one, you can just talk about number one, finish it, pause your video and read through your number two and come back again and present it. All right. That way you will present faster, and it also reduce the time it would have taken you in editing the video. All right. So that is a better way for you to start. That is the fastest way you can start creating your videos. Another trick you can use to start creating your videos is, another way you can start creating, then another faster way you can start creating your videos is to model people that are already doing well in the real estate industry. All right. Before you create any video on a particular topic, you can go online, watch videos of people who have already talked about it before and understand it. When you understand it, note it down and then start explaining to your camera. That is a faster way you can start making videos. All right. And then you don't really need to know everything before you make your videos. You don't really need to know everything before you make your videos. And that is why you can start with simple things. Like three things. Don't go to as high as mentioning five things or seven things or 10 things. You can start with three, one, or two, right? That way it will help you to what? Stay consistent and build momentum over time. So so for you to start presenting, for you to start off or to start creating content easily, you need to start with these simple presentation techniques I've just shared. First, model people that have already talked about the content that you want to talk about. Model them, watch their videos, listen to them, write it down, and start creating your videos. And then set up your own camera and start doing it. That's what I used to do then. If I want to talk about land documents that are being used in Nigeria, what I will do is that I'll go on YouTube and then I'll search about land documents in Nigeria. And I'll watch like two or three people's videos that pop out. And what I will do, I'll just understand it. Once I understand, sometimes I'll be that time I have the laptop. So if I'm watching it on the laptop, I may pause the video on my laptop and then say it they will understand it immediately on my camera, right? So when I say it that way, and then I'll go back and watch the number two. Okay, let's say the person said number one, C of O, and the person explained what C of O is. What I will do is that I will pause it and then come to my camera and explain C of O, and then go back, watch the number two. Number two, deed of assignment. I will go back and do the same. And by the end of the day, I'll put it together and edit it, and it becomes what? One video. So that way, it will help you to start making videos faster than procrastinating it. Or you want to understand everything before you start making videos. You may never start, and you will not get out of where you are if you are not making videos. So that is the first trick. The second trick is to present in bits. You don't have to flow once, right? You may be making mistakes in between. Just get your point, do the first one, and continue until you complete that video, then merge it together when you're editing. Using these two tricks, you will easily start making video content even if you are shy. Using these tricks, you will easily start making video content, especially as a beginner. Now, having known all of this, here, here is my advice. Apart from you knowing that you need to start creating videos, or you need to start creating videos, you need to what? Stay consistent and what? Build momentum over time. You need to stay consistent and build momentum. Now, if you make video once and disappear, you won't stay consistent, and people are not going to buy from inconsistent person. So what happens is that when they come to your page and see that you have just few videos, they will leave you and come to somebody that already have a lot of videos. And the same principle that Bible used to talk about, he that has more will be given, will also play out there. It even happens naturally. Especially in Enugu here, you will see a particular okpa joint. There are two okpa joints. One person, they have like 3 people or 4 people killed into that person's joint. And the other person, nobody is standing there. Do you know that even if I want to buy okpa and I don't know those particular people, I will go to that person that has people lined up for him. Whether the okpa is sweet or not, I don't even know. But because people are lined up there, I just assumed that it is a good one. So that's what happens when you are creating content. If you are just making one piece of content every day, someone that is making like 3 or 10 will beat you out of the market. Do you understand? Or somebody that is more considered, especially in the kind of industry that we are in, that has to do with trust, right? People have to trust you first before they send your millions to you. So when they see that somebody posted like 2 months ago and somebody that posted like one day ago, they'll feel that you are more present in the business than somebody that have not posted 2 months ago. So you have to be consistent. And one way you can stay consistent is through this trick I've shared. Don't overthink your videos. You that have started making videos, don't stop overthinking it. Start posting it. No matter how bad it is, start posting it. However, over time, you start getting better. Number two is that your phone is enough. Don't wait to have camera before you start making videos. It is with your phone, that thing that you have in your hand, that is going to bring the money that you're going to use to buy camera and buy other things, or even buy a better phone. When I started, I used a borrowed Infinix phone, and over time it brought me even to the present phones I'm using today. All right. One thing you should understand is that you need these videos to get out of the level where you are right now. You need these videos to get out from the point where you are right now. So if you keep telling yourself excuses like, oh, I'm not confident yet, oh, I don't have good phone, all those things will still keep you stuck where you are, and you will not move forward. But once you understand that you need to start putting yourself out there, regardless of how I look right now, because it is only in doing that that is going to bring the difference that I'm looking for. then you start taking it seriously. So as I wrap up, I'll say that if you really need to start creating videos today, one way that will help you is write it down, follow model people that have already done these things. Like they say, success leave clues. Go to their page. From people's page that time, I will go and source out 10 educational contents and write it out and then start creating them. All right. Like I said, don't overthink it. I mean, there's even AI right now that you can generate. Just prompt it. Tell him. I don't know whether it's him or her. Tell AI to generate something for you. To generate it. However,